Bwana CEO, karibu sana katika studio zetu za Radio 47 hapa ndipo.
Thank you so much Alex and Mwashume.
Karibu sana. CEO Daktari Kelly Oloch ambaye ni CEO wa KMTC. Unajua Kenya Medical Training College. Yeye tayari yuko na doctorate in business administration, strategic management option from the University of Nairobi, and in biotechnology, innovation and regulatory pharmacy from Purdue University, right? Nafikiri nimetamka vizuri. Na yuko na Master of Science in Biotechnology, Innovation and Regulatory Pharmacy from Purdue University. Others include a Masters of Business Administration from the University of Nairobi, Diploma in Industrial Pharmacy and Drug Discovery from Purdue, United States of America, and Harvard University, USA. And a postgraduate diploma in medical education and bachelor's degree in pharmacy from Dr. MGR Medical University. Amesoma. Daktari umesoma lini yote jamani daktari? Na nikikuangalia daktari, yani unajua I wish kamera. Unaweza kumwangalia daktari. Ukimwangalia daktari hakai hata kama amepita hata 33. Bwana. Dr. Kelly Oloch.
Yes.
Siri ni gani ndugu yangu?
Niko salama.
Siri ni gani?
Being consistent.
All right.
Being disciplined.
All right.
Being focused.
All right.
And loving what you do.
Being consistent, being disciplined, being focused and loving what you do.
Yeah.
Hiyo ndo siri.
Ndio.
Inakufanya unakaa young na una achieve mengi zaidi. It's good to have you in the studio. Unajua mimi mwenyewe beneficiary wa KMTC yuko nyumbani kwangu kabisa. Nilioa beneficiary wa KMTC.
Sure.
Mimi as we speak right now alisomea KMTC Mombasa. Pale karibu na Coast General Hospital. Na niko naye na ni mfanyakazi wa Kenyatta National Hospital sahi tukiongea.
You are lucky.
Kwani ukikuwa na mtu
uko sawa.
Okay. Uko na mama watoto, uko na wife na bado uko daktari kwa nyumba.
So anyway, tupeleke polepole na mpango wa KMTC.
Ndio ambao ningelipenda kujua maybe umeingia lini KMTC bwana CEO?
2008. Yes, kama mwalimu.
All right.
Kisha nikapanda ngazi.
Ndio.
Kukuwa deputy head of department.
All right.
Being head of department.
All right.
Being a principal.
All right.
In 2 campuses. Being a deputy director in charge of finance, planning and administration. Acting as a CEO twice and then now as a CEO.
Okay, now full CEO.
Yeah.
Okay, maybe kwa ufupi tu Mkenya ambaye anasikiliza ama yule student ambaye amemaliza form 4 kwa hivi sasa anajiuliza KMTC anasikiaga tu Kenya Medical Training College. Maana most of them maybe kwa hivi sasa wana confuse, hawajui ni kitu gani ambacho kinaendelea. Tupe tu synopsis tu about KMTC.
KMTC is a mid-level training institution. Ilianza 1927.
All right.
Pale Jean School, the current Kenya School of Government. The college grew from having 4 students in that 1927. Basically one course that is wound dressing and later nursing. And then now we have over 62,000 students, 74 campuses, and we have 95 courses. In 18 departments that are divided in 7 faculties.
All right.
This year alone, Alex, you're going to graduate about 23,000.
23,000 students.
Yes.
This year. Graduation iko lini?
Iko 7th December.
7th December.
Yes, 23,000. And we are going to do it in a stadium because we can't fit at our institution.
Manake 23,000 students ni wengi.
Sasa
which stadium? Nyayo ama Kasarani ama wapi? Kasarani.
Yes.
Kwa hivyo 23,000 students ambao watakuwa graduate this year ni from all these 74 campuses.
Yes.
Kwa hivyo kwa mfano kama uko Mombasa, you'll have to come to Nairobi for you to graduate.
Yes.
Okay.
All right. 74 campuses ziko all over the country.
All over the country. We are in 44 counties.
44 counties.
Yes, and around January
Yes.
The president will open a new KMTC in Marsabit.
All right.
That will make it 45 counties.
Okay.
Yeah.
For me to come to KMTC, mimi kama student ambao nasikiliza kwa hivi sasa, qualifications ni gani? What are you looking? Ni kitu gani wa mnatafuta ndio maybe uweze kuingia katika hizi courses za kuwa nesi, kuingia clinical officers na courses zingine zile ambazo mna offer?
KMTC offers various courses. Inaanza certificate course, diploma courses, na higher diploma courses,
All
and
right.
also short courses. For certificate courses, the basic minimum ni C-. And
Sat.
yes. And we have a bias for sciences, mathematics and languages.
Okay.
All right.
Yes. So you have to have at least a C- in one of the languages, that is Kiswahili or English, a C- in mathematics, a C- in at least one of the sciences.
Okay.
Yes.
All right.
Basically, we put a lot of emphasis on biology, and for technology related courses, physics.
Physics and biology.
Yeah.
Okay. So kitu chingine ambacho kwa hivi sasa pia Mkenya maybe atakuwa akijiuliza, maswali ni mengi, lakini kando na hivyo, kabla tuende katika maswali mengi, pia mko na mpango kwa hivi sasa. Mnasema kwamba mnazundua mpango wenu rasmi ambao itakuwa ni 2023-2028 strategic plan ya Kenya Medical Training College. Bibi, mtu angelipenda kujua hii ni mpango gani? Maana kuanzia 2023, 2024, 2025, 26, 27 mpaka 28, we are talking about 6 years plan. Sean, hii ni plan ya kufanya kitu gani?
It's a 5-year plan. And what we are looking at Kenya Medical Training College is going global. Being
right.
a globally competitive institution training human resources for health. Hiyo inamaanisha that we want to go beyond the borders, and we want to increase our standards to match world expectations.
Okay.
Alright.
And so we are stopping at nothing to make sure we provide the highest quality of training.
Okay.
Alright.
Medical training.
So
And we want to make sure that our students are accepted throughout the markets in the world.
okay.
Alright. Let me
And
ask
so-
you a question. Hapo
yeah.
katika hapo becoming a global institution with standards that are accepted all over the country. I mean all over the world.
Yeah.
Hapo tu kwa sababu there was a time it was in the news that nchi kama ya UK ilikuwa inataka manases wengi. Alafu serikali ikaingia katika mkataba kabisa na nchi ya UK kuhusiana na hawa manases. And a lot of nurses applied huo wakati. Na nurses ambao waliingia katika mtihani inasemekana kwamba walikuwa wanataka nurses, I don't know if it was 300 or 300,000, I can't remember exactly. But waliopita ule mtihani especially wa Kiingereza walikuwa wachache mno. Walikuwa wachache mno, walikuwa kama nurses kama 9 sijui ndio walipita mtihani. Nikasema kwani hawa nurses wetu ni nurses gani ambao wameapply? So when you talk about creating an institution with the standards that are internationally accepted, na tuko na nurses ambao wanapata opportunity lakini wanaanguka mtihani wa Kiingereza tu. What do you say about that as the CEO of KMTC?
Okay. Thank you so much.
Yes.
First, that KMTC provides the best up to now.
All right.
Locally.
All right.
And that is why we are saying now we want to go to international market.
All right.
And the English we are talking about is not just English.
Okay.
We have to have spoken, written, listening.
All right.
And also we have to be very proficient in English.
All right.
Now, KMTC for a long time has not been providing languages.
All right.
Because we specialize on medical training,
All right.
not languages.
Yes.
And that is why we are saying that by the time somebody is going to get admission to KMTC,
Yes.
they should have passed those languages from high school.
Yes.
But then it now
So isiwe kazi ya KMTC kuwafunza language.
That
Wawe
was
tayari
last time.
wamepita
That was that
from high school.
But then we realized there's a gap.
All right.
That countries like UK
Yes.
require a special preparation for English.
All right.
Not just the common English that we have here.
Okay.
There has to be certain level of preparation before somebody sits the exam.
All right.
So that was not done for the first lot.
All
The
right.
preparation was not done.
All
Okay.
right.
So when we realized that there is that kind of challenge,
Yes.
KMTC quickly moved to make sure that we make our students or those who are going to that market ready for that market. And that is what we say, fit for purpose.
Okay.
So for us to do that, we had to make sure we have an English training center or a language center We had to make sure that we have an examination center, collaborate with British Council to make sure we have an examination center where students can then sit that exam in KMTC, get prepared for that exam. That takes around 6 weeks.
All right.
To get prepared for that exam.
All right.
So it's not a simple English you walk into an exam room and do.
All right.
No, you have to get prepared for it.
So ile preparations ya high school na primary school might not be enough.
It's not enough.
All right.
It's not enough.
All right.
All right.
So now what we have decided to do is that we are not only looking at the UK market, we are looking at Canada, we are looking at Australia, we are looking at US. And for us to do to prepare students for such markets,
Yes.
there are additional requirements.
All right.
Okay.
We also need to put our students or graduates to Germany,
All right.
Okay.
France.
All right.
So what we've done is in this strategic plan, we are looking at what does it take for a graduate of KMTC
Yes.
to work in France?
All right.
What does it take for this graduate to work in Germany?
All right.
What does it take for this graduate to work in Canada or US? So what we've done is to put deliberate efforts to prepare these students for those markets.
All right. Let me ask
And
you a
what we've
question.
done is to add additional language packages to their training.
Okay.
That will be done after they have gone through their normal training from 8 to 5. And so we are looking at English, German, Arabic, French.
Okay.
Kama tuendelee, kile kitu ambacho nataka kujua kwa hivi sasa, umesema kwamba tunataka tuiplace Kenya Medical Training College globally kwa iweze kucompete kule international. Na nikijaribu kuangalia competition na kule international sio English peke yake.
Yes.
Ama kuna mambo mengi, kuna equipment, technology wako nayo ambayo imeendelea, unajua how to do things, katika swala zima la afya pale vile. Na KMTC imeanza 1927. So najiuliza maswali, 1927 ni kitu gani ambacho tujafanya kuiplace KMTC katika katika international market pale vile? Ni kitu gani ambacho tunalakwa hivi sasa to an extent, bwana CEO, una feel ya kwamba we are not ready for the international market? What do you have currently, na what are we going to introduce so that to an extent paka tukikuita hapa hivi utatuambia kwamba now I feel we are in the international market, we are ready for the international market? Currently tuko namna gani kwa hivi sasa?
We are already starting to supply the international market.
All right.
And these are progressive steps that we are taking. They are not quantum steps, that is high leaps at the same time. But we are looking at 4 issues. Number one, we are looking at the quality of training.
Quality of training?
In terms of quality of training, we want to make sure that we have, first of all, state-of-the-art facilities, equipment,
Yeah.
that allows for us to be able to provide that status of training that is internationally acceptable. Secondly, we have to get accreditations,
Okay,
and sustain those accreditations. For example, ISO 9001:2015 that assures that our processes are actually proven,
Okay,
and that they can be audited and be assured that the quality is in the process. We have to make sure we have a proper ratio of students to staff.
All right.
That is lecturers. We have to make sure that our students transform and become digital natives, being able to be very comfortable with use of technology. We have to make sure that the institution is sustainable.
Yes.
So that requires a lot of deliberate effort in terms of ensuring that the quality of training is properly calibrated.
okay.
We up our game.
How we are going to improve this?
Yes.
Because right now we have lecturers katika hizi Kenya Medical Training Colleges. Ni nini uta improve sana katika maybe katika the quality of training? What are you looking for?
The first thing we are going to do is to make them internationally relevant by
Okay.
providing additional languages to the students. Number two, we are going to make sure that we sustain and increase our accreditation levels to match international standards. Number three, we are going to ensure that the ratio of staff and students is adequate and properly guarded to ensure that we can assure the international market that our graduates meet requirements. Number four, we're going to ensure that our graduates, we up our curricula. We make sure that our curricula are updated all the time to make sure that any emerging practices are available to our students real time.
Okay.
All right.
Number two, we are looking at digital transformation.
Okay.
The institution must transform to match the expectations of the world.
Okay.
To be able to do that, we must have proper internet. We must update our technologies. We must ensure that the institution can innovate. We must ensure that we go paperless. We must ensure that we have apps that allow our students to learn,
Okay.
even when they're in rural placement facilities.
Labda tu swali ambalo ningependa kuuliza daktari ni kwamba mkiwa mnatarajia kufanya graduation ya wanafunzi over 23,000 tarehe 7 mwezi wa Disemba katika uwanja wa Kasarani. Hizi graduations zimekuwa zikifanyika kila mwaka. Hawa ni wanafunzi wengi sana wanatoka KMTC. Nafasi za kazi katika taifa letu la Kenya nazo sio kwamba wakitoka KMTC 23,000 wote nafasi zao zinawasubiri za kazi ama internship inawasubiri katika hospitali na kadhalika. What normally happens, ama is there a plan for the students ambao wametoka KMTC? Ni wengi sana na nafasi za kazi hazipo katika taifa letu la Kenya, ama ndio huo mpango ambao mko nao wa kimataifa?
Yes, there's a plan.
All right.
The first issue is to engage counties,
All right.
because counties are the major employers
All right.
of our students
Okay.
when they graduate.
Okay.
So to have a discussion with them, especially now that we have UHC
Ndio.
and primary healthcare,
Ndio.
to make sure that those cadres that are necessary
Yes.
for primary healthcare are taken care of by counties engaging them.
Okay.
We also want to ensure that through policy, the national government, through the Ministry of Health, we have a consistent discussion about opportunities that are available locally. Now, the reason why we are also looking at global competitiveness
Yes.
is to make sure that our students do not suffer disillusionment. They do not lose hope after graduating.
Yes.
And so we are not pretty stopping at the graduation square,
Okay.
awarding diplomas, higher diplomas and certificates. We want to be involved in ensuring that their future, in a way, we are able to support them to get employment.
Kwa Kiswahili kidogo, daktari umeongea kizungu mingi, wasikilizaji wananisemesa hapo, wanasema kwamba inawapita pita kweli kweli. Kama ungeweza kuweka Kiswahili kidogo. Hii universal healthcare KMTC mchango wake ni gani pale kwa universal healthcare? Mchango wa KMTC.
One major issue kwa universal healthcare,
yes,
ni kuhakikisha kuwa kuna wafanyikazi.
Okay.
Healthcare workers.
All right.
KMTC produces over 85% yeah, our healthcare workers.
Okay.
If you go to any public or private health facility in the country, chances are that you will find a KMTC graduate.
All right.
Okay.
So with that, you must make sure that the quality is that the public can be confident about.
Okay.
Kuhakikisha kuwa tunatoa wale wenye tuna graduate quality yenye we can say that the public have confidence, high confidence level, that wakienda pale kwa matibabu they will receive the right treatment. Number 2, the cadres that we are producing at KMTC should be those that meet primary healthcare demands of the country. Kuhakikisha kuwa, for example, when we are looking at households, we have health promoters, we have public health graduates who are offering services at community level. We have nutritionists that are offering services and nutritional advice at community level.
Okay.
We offer short courses for community health promoters, community health workers, to ensure that the kind of information they go with to the households are that encourage health-seeking behavior.
Okay.
Going higher at the higher levels of healthcare, we must ensure that we support the government to make sure that we have qualified, well-trained professionals at these cadres that will allow access to be unhindered. And that means that KMTC has a very big role, because when you look at healthcare, the greatest resource in healthcare is the human resource, because
True.
they make decisions about any other.
Okay, maybe hapo tukibakia tu katika universal healthcare pale. Ni hivi majuzi tu upande wa Kericho pale vile tuliona kwamba hawa health promoters walikuwa flagged off na Mheshimiwa Rais Daktari William Ruto, and they were like 100,000 of them, na kila mtu akapatiwa bagi lake, bagi liko na vifaa pale ndani ili kwenda kutekeleza ile majukumu ambayo yanafaa yatekeleze katika masuala ya afya. Maybe kupata kujua maybe kabla wakuwe flagged off walipitia KMTC kutrainiwa the 100,000 health promoters.
Sio wote walipitia KMTC, lakini walipewa basic training,
okay,
to enable them operate at community level.
all right.
Going forward, what we have done is to make sure that we collaborate with the ministry,
All right.
kuhakikisha kuwa updating of their knowledge, access to the kind of training they need, we offer it at our facilities at county levels. And to ensure that we also give them support, because unajua education sio kitu one time. It has to be done continuously. Updating of their knowledge, updating of practices that they need to uphold when they are there will be a result of collaboration.
Maybe bwana C, do you feel kwamba out of 23,000 graduates ambao watakuwa graduate wa KMTC, maybe una feel kwamba maybe katika 100,000 ambao wako kazini tayari, wale health promoters hao wote maybe wangekuwa absorbed katika hii shughuli nzima?
Yeah, that should be my feeling, because as a producer of health workers, especially trainer of health workers, I would most likely want that all my graduates are absorbed.
Okay.
But the reality is different. The economy cannot absorb everyone all the time.
Okay.
Right.
So what we have to do is to make sure that we are in touch with reality.
Okay.
And that being in touch with reality is to look for options that are possible for the health workers in terms of where can they be employed. And then also looking at the fact that we must encourage entrepreneurship.
Okay.
Among the health workers, one of the things that we are training at Kenya Medical Training College is to make sure that they are also able to be employers.
Right.
Kuna swala lingine,
yes.
CEO, kwamba sasa hivi tukiwa katika hii shughuli nzima ya serikali ya sasa ya kutafuta hizi nafasi za kazi za kimataifa, unadhani kwamba hizi nafasi za kazi ambazo wanatafuta na rais anatafuta na anapata, by the way, nafasi especially tukiangalia katika masuala ya health workers, nafasi zinapatikana kweli na zipo na zinatangazwa, na Wakenya wanahitajika kwenda kuapply na kufanya kazi, lakini tukiongea kuhusiana na 2023 na technology tu ambayo iko katika mwaka huu 2023, teknolojia tu peke yake, Mkenya ambaye amesomea katika KMTC akiingia katika hospitali nchini Marekani sasa hivi na equipments na technology na mambo kama hayo, na niko na marafiki wengi tu, do you think kwamba tunaharakisha sana kwenda huko, and are the students at KMTC ready, ama watakuwa wakifika kule na kuwa shocked, ama how are we going to get ready, ama hiyo ni shughuli ambayo ingekawia kidogo ili tujiandae tuwe ready so that when they call for our students to go watakuwa hawapigwi na mshtuko wowote kule?
Can they compete?
Alex, we are ready. We are ready. The reason
In
why
terms
I'm
of
telling
equipment?
you we are ready is there are several things that determine whether a health worker can work in a different locality.
All right.
One is the process. KMTC, it's not the very first time that we are producing health workers to work out of the country.
All right.
We have so many alumni in Canada. We have so many alumni in US,
All right.
UK,
All right.
Australia. So what we are doing right now is to make sure we have state-of-the-art facilities. For example, right now we have what we call simulation laboratories.
Okay.
In simulation laboratories, we have human models that we use for training.
All right.
You see what where the world is going right now is before you practice on a live patient,
Yes.
you have to perfect that skill in a laboratory.
Yes.
So KMTC has really invested in the laboratory training
All right.
to ensure that the kind of situation that the students are going to experience in a real clinical setup
Yes.
is already experienced in a laboratory setting. So we have...
So hizi labs ziko katika KMTC zote ama ni Nairobi peke yake?
Yes, we have skills labs in all KMTCs.
All right.
We are now looking at investing properly in what is called simulation laboratories. The simulation laboratories, we do not have a lot of them.
Okay.
But there are ones that, apart from the skills lab, that enable us to train. These ones are used for high-skill training.
All right.
Okay.
For example, anesthesia or critical care. So what we are doing right now is to look at if we are to meet the expectations of these countries.
Yes.
How then do we ensure that we use the available resources? How do we collaborate? How do we partner? How do we make sure that the curriculum fits international market?
Okay.
How do we make sure that the equipment we are using meets international market?
Do-
So what we are doing right now
Yes.
is to have that fit, the fit between what we have and what is expected. And that is a journey.
Okay.
And what we are doing right now is to make sure that we engage to meet these standards.
Kuna usaidizi wowote labda unatoka kwa serikali katika kujiandaa kwa ajili meet international standards? Do you get any help from the government?
Yeah, we do.
All right.
KMTC is a training under the training institution under the Ministry of Health.
Ndio.
So the ministry gives us a lot of support.
Okay.
All right.
In the recently launched strategic plan,
Ndio.
you could see that the CS was very particular about what they want KMTC to achieve for the country and what kind of training we need to have for international market. So what we do is to very much have these discussions at organizational and ministry level.
Okay.
Okay.
Mko na target labda ya kusema by this time, by 2025, 2026 KMTC itakuwa imemeet hizo international standards zote? Do you have a target?
This strategic plan is a 5-year strategic plan.
Okay.
There are steps to be met at every year.
All right.
Meanwhile, we will not want to say that we will wait up to the 5 years to say that now we are ready.
All right.
But we must take those steps every time and we must be able to be moving in that direction. The kind of target we have is to make sure that come the final year,
Yes.
we are exporting at least a minimum of 5,000 per year.
5,000 per year.
5,000 per year.
A minimum.
Minimum 5,000 per year.
Nilimsikia rais alikuwa anaongelea kuhusiana na 5,000 per week. Hao ni wafanyakazi lakini general wafanyakazi wote kimataifa. So from KMTC at least 5,000 per year.
Yeah.
Okay, kuna maswali mengi hapa ndio mapata na pana. Huyu ni student huyu ni student kutoka upande wa Meru pale, anaitwa Ken kutoka upande wa Meru. First question nauliza, when a student fails in one subject and prefer to do a bridging and qualifies to do nursing, can he or she pursue the course in KMTC? Another question nauliza, some of the students apply for nursing in KMTC but fail to get admission letters. What may be the problem? Nimeapply lakini sipati ile admission letter na maybe ya kupata ile regret. Huwa ni vipi, hajapita ama ni vipi? Another question nauliza kwamba how can one apply with bridging results in KMTC? Maana umesema pale vile kwamba ukidunda kwa mfano kuna zile subjects ambazo zinakuwa lao wewe kujoin KMTC. Kwa mfano nilifail biology na nikaamua kufanya ile bridging course. Je, after nimeimaliza ile naweza kuwa admitted katika KMTC?
Tunarudi na short while. Acha tukupatie kwamba yajayo mwendo wa 2 asubuhi, alafu bila shaka CEO wa KMTC atakuwa na kujibu maswali yako. Keep those questions coming by the way. Unaweza kutuma ujumbe mfupi pale katika line yetu ambao ni line yetu ya SMS ambao ni 24047. Line yetu ya SMS ni 24047. Tuma ujumbe wako mfupi pale tena kwa mpigo zaidi, tutakuwa tunaangalia pale. In the meantime, msikilizaji, nikwambia tu kwamba karibu kwa KCB. Hii ni yetu. Kumbuka KCB imekuwa nasi kwa miaka 127. Yaani baba zetu, babu zetu waliamini na sisi bado tunaiamini na watoto wetu pia wataiamini, maana KCB ni yetu. Ubora ni ule na unazidi kuwa bora hata zaidi msikilizaji. Over 33 million clients wa KCB all over Kenya, Tanzania, Rwanda, Burundi, DRC, Sudan, Ethiopia, Uganda, kote KCB imekuwa ikikua, na akaunti yako ile moja tu ndio akaunti ambayo unaweza kuoperate katika maeneo haya yote. KCB pia imekuja karibu nawe kwa njia mingi sana, maanake KCB iko na mawakala over 30,153. Alright, unaweza kupokea huduma pale. Ukienda katika mitaa mingi utaona tu KCB imeandikwa pale katika duka fulani, ni wakala yule wa KCB. Kuna wafanyakazi over 11,877 wa kukuhudumia wewe. Ndio maana tunasema kwamba KCB ni yetu. Mahali popote pale ulipo, karibu kwa KCB. Alright, in the meantime pia nikuambia msikilizaji, tenda wema na Radio 47.
It is easy. We fanya hivi, nenda tu pale katika simu yako, andika tu neno tenda wema katika SMS pale, itume katika 21354 pale, na bila shaka utakuwa umetoa mchango wako wa 1 shilling and 50 cents pale, na mchango utakuwa unakwenda kumsaidia Mkenya mmoja ambao kwa hivi sasa anahitaji msaada wako. Kama ni msaada, anahitaji mabrangeti kwa hivi sasa, chakula, anahitaji mahema pale vile, maana unajua tena mvua inanyesha na kuna floods katika sehemu mbalimbali hapa nchini Kenya, atakuwa anapokea msaada. Kwa hivyo tenda wema pale vile, SMS pale katika 21354, na inakuwa ni jambo la kufurahisha tena zaidi.
Radio 47 92.9 Malindi, hapa ndipo. Vidokezo vya habari za Radio 47.
Itakapotimia mwendo wa saa 3 asubuhi, Kenya na Ujerumani kuongeza uwekezaji wa kawi safi, na washukiwa 8 waliokula njama ya kumlaghai mfanyabiashara dola za Marekani kujua hatima yao leo hii. Mengi zaidi yatakuwa nayo Edwin Simiyu itakapotimia mwendo wa saa 3 asubuhi. Usiondoke, usiende mbali.
Vidokezo vya habari za Radio 47. Gumzo 47.
Tena kwa mpigo zaidi, msikilizaji, tunarudi katika Gumzo 47. Maswali yalikuwa ni mengi pale ambayo tuko naye CEO wa KMTC hapa ambaye angependa kusema nasi. Pia unaweza kuvuta waya tu katika nambari ya simu 0793 047 047. Vuta waya, sema nasi, itakuwa nzuri tena zaidi. In the meantime, tampatia fursa bwana CEO yale maswali uweze kuyajibu ambayo alikuwa ameuliza Mashumbe pale kabla tuondoke hewani.
Swali ambalo nitarejelea tena bwana CEO baby. When a student fails in one subject and prefer to do bridging and qualifies to do nursing, can he or she pursue that course in KMTC? Some of the students apply for nursing in KMTC but fail to get admission letters. What may be the problem? How can one apply with bridging results in KMTC?
Thank you. About bridging, we recognize institutions that provide bridging that give eventually NEC exams, not any other, so that we are consistent with our requirements for entry to Kenya Medical Training College. So ikiwa mtu anataka kufanya bridging,
Yes.
make sure that you are sitting NEC exam. That way we recognize that result, because once NEC has examined you, they'll issue a supplementary result that now recognizes that grade that you are sitting for, that additional subject you are sitting for. So they will provide a supplementary result slip that then now enables us to now grade and see that you are now qualified. So with that, you have a chance to join KMTC.
So kwa ufupi ni kwamba ukishafanya hiyo bridging courses kupitia katika institution ambayo inafanya NEC, mtihani wa NEC, na umepita kwa mfano kama ni biology ulikuwa umefail, ama kama ni English ulikuwa umefail, ama ni physics, ama ni mathematics pale vile, ukiattach na zile results zako za kawaida, now you can apply.
That is true.
To Kenya Medical Training College.
Yeah, that is true.
Okay, naona unasema kwamba tunatuma maombi jamani bwana CEO, na maybe nimequalify, nimepita kila kitu, lakini bado sipati nafasi. Hawaelewi, maybe waelezee ni nafasi wa zimejaa ama ni nini kinaendelea?
I want to say that KMTC has a lot of demand. For example, in September, tulikuwa tuna nafasi like 12,000.
Yes.
But applicants were 44,000.
44,000.
Yes.
Wow.
So our duty is to make sure that we give equal opportunity,
Yes.
Okay.
recognizing that there are communities in this country
Right.
who also need those chances.
All
Right.
Marginalized communities.
All right.
Right.
We also want to make sure that we balance gender.
All
Okay.
right.
We want to make sure that we balance regions
All right.
depending on population, depending on poverty index, so that our admission criteria
Okay.
is not entirely on an A coming before B student.
Maybe kwa haraka tena kwa sababu ya muda.
All right.
Kwa sababu ya
It's
muda.
not determined
to
on an
make
A.
sure
Yes.
that we are cognizant
Yes.
of the disparities in the country.
All right.
As long as you meet minimum requirements,
Yes.
we have partnered with COOPS,
Yes.
Kenya University and Colleges Central Placement Services, to ensure that we give opportunities that are equitable
All right.
to all Kenyans.
Okay.
All right.
In the plan.
Secondly,
Yes.
there's the issue of how do you apply bridging results in KMTC, that one we have explained. And we will want to endeavor to give opportunities to Kenyans
Okay.
in a way that is responsive to the health needs of the country.
Kwa kumalizia bwana CEO, any plan maybe to expand to accommodate the 44,000 students from 12,000 to 44?
Yes. The government, and I want to thank the president, they have, the government has really helped us. Number one, we have 21 completed campuses,
Yes.
completely built infrastructure available, but we did not have the requisite budgetary requirement to start them off. And so what has happened is that the government has allocated resources to enable us have additional staff,
Okay.
equipment, so that we're able to take up these additional campuses. If we're able to do that, then we'll be able to absorb. But I want to point out that we will not absorb everyone.
All right.
And number two, I want to point out that we will want to calibrate our intake to match job opportunities so that we do not have a glut. We do not have overproduction.
Kwa sababu ya muda daktari, kwa sababu ya muda manake naona zimetimia saa 3 asubuhi, nitakuomba tu nikupatie nafasi zingine kidogo tu ujibu baada ya habari. Kwa hiyo kwa sasa hivi wacha tumpishe mwenzetu hapa studioni atupatie taarifa za habari. Asema namna hiyo, wacha tushike simu 2-3 tu. Radio 47, good morning.
Hello.
Yes my dear.
Ebu wacha nitokeni.
Toka nje, no problem.
Toka nje.
Nina swali kwa CEO wa KMTC.
Yes my dear.
Msichana wangu alikuwa precious blood. Akiwa shuleni alikuwa anataka kufanya nursing. So, cluster points hazikumkubalia. Cluster points zake alisema na 3 points.
Okay.
So by the time tulienda hapo course. Tukapatana na kuna mtu sasa zile tulikuwa tunajaribu ku-apply tuone ataenda university gani. Conman akatokea hapo akatukona akatuambia alikuwa hapo ndani alikuwa mketi nyuma yetu. Akatuambia ati yeye anaweza tusaidia mtoto apate nini apate kufanya nasi. Kumbe by the time mtu Conman anatuambia kumbe yeye ni bodyguard wa vice chancellor wa Meru. Sasa vile alitudanganya akatuambia tu apply public health. And then mtoto akiingia hapo akisha apply within 3 weeks atatusaidia mtoto afanye nursing.
Okay.
Mtoto yake ilikuwa tu ni nursing. So ikibaki 2 weeks to placement watu wakuwe placed. Akapigia mtoto simu, hata mimi anipigie na mimi ndio parent wake.
Yes.
Anampigia na mwambia sasa apply KMTC ati imeshindikana. Tukamwambia si wewe ulituambia tushasaidia so many people hapo Meru University. But sasa after hiyo alikuwa shiki simu zetu. Tukajaribu kuapply mtoto hakuchukuliwa. The second chance ikakuwa ati kuna chance kafutumwa hakuchukuliwa. Kumbe ashakuwa placed Meru. So last week tulienda Meru University wakatuambia nikamwambia hii shughuli mtu alitukona akafanya mtoto amekosa chance. Mtoto hata sasa hajajoin hata Meru University alisema hizi fanya public health. Sasa tumeambiwa waliniambia on Monday last week wakaniambia ni apply niandikie CEO wa COOPS. Nimwambie mtoto wako wa place Meru. So tuone kama wanaweza kubali wamtafiti kama watamplace KMTC. Right now KUPS inajua mtoto ako Meru University, mtoto hajaenda, yuko tu nyumbani.
Okay.
Sasa naomba huyo bwana si anisaidie nitafanya aje, because mtoto alikuwa anataka vizina hapo.
Okay.
All right.
Yeah.
Amesikia swali lako bwana CEO kuhusiana na stories za Conman.
Lakini unajua uzuri wake amekubali kwamba alikoniwa. Manake Conman wamejaa kila mahali. Na ni wewe kama mzazi kuwa makini tu jamani. Mbona utafute nafasi ya kazi barabarani? Ama nafasi ya internship mbona utafute barabarani, na shule ipo.
Right.
Na ipo mtandaoni pia. Unaweza kuapply. There is a procedure. Lakini unajua sometimes Mkenya anataka njia ya mkato. Unasikia alikuwa anaongeleshwa na bodyguard. Bodyguard wa sijui nani huko Meru University.
Okay.
You know, but so labda tuangalie swala la walaghai. Tuseme labda tuangalie swala la walaghai. Maanake naamini katika institutions nyingi za serikali kuna walaghai tu na mabrokers ambao wanapenda kuongea pale. Labda bwana CEO kutoka KMTC, how do you deal with people ambao wanaambia students na wazazi kwamba niko na placement yako, na saizi umetuambia kwamba kuna over 44,000 wenye wana apply nafasi katika KMTC, lakini nyinyi mli advertise 12,000. So what happens when there are brokers there na kuna watu ambao wanadanganya wazazi na students? How do you deal with this as a CEO?
First, let me say pole to this lady,
Yes.
parent.
Yes.
I really feel for her.
Ndio.
But then I want to tell the public that we have online admission processes.
All right.
Application processes.
All right.
We have partnered with KUPS to ensure that we are more efficient in terms of placement of students.
All right.
But again, at the same time, we do not take lightly public being conned about opportunities at KMTC.
Yes.
So we link where we find there are conmen. We link with the police. We make sure that the conmen are apprehended.
Okay.
We ensure that we report any cases of fraud.
Right.
And we register and follow up to
Yes.
make sure that
Okay.
people get justice.
Mshawahi kuwashika walaghai? Mshawahi kuwashika?
We do.
So far.
But those become court cases.
Okay.
And police cases.
All right.
So they are dealt with
All
at
right.
criminal level, justice level.
Okay.
But then we want to tell our applicants that there are proper channels of applying for KMTC.
Okay.
We do not encourage middlemen.
All right.
We do not encourage any person to talk to anyone who says they know someone.
So how do you apply then? The proper channel is iko namna gani?
We have pre-service students, those ones who want to join for the first time.
Yes.
Courses in KMTC. We have partnered with KUPS. We declare our opportunities through KUPS, and then KUPS will place an advertisement in all the channels to allow for students to apply. There will be even procedures of applying and the qualifications for each course. For those who are upgrading, we have an online admission process. Upgrading means that probably you had done certificate at KMTC.
Yes.
Now you want to do diploma.
Yes.
Those ones do not need to go through KUPS. We
Yes.
have an online admission process for them.
All right.
But majority of our students are pre-service students who must apply through KUPS.
Okay.
We also have ensured that our campuses provide adequate information for applicants. So wherever you're in doubt, we have 74 campuses. You can go to any of them
Okay.
and find support.
Mimi nauliza tu bwana CEO, panake ni ndoto ya mtoto ambaye yuko na ndoto ya kuwa nasi. Na mama paka amechukua wakati wake pia amepiga simu kwa sababu anajua kwamba bwana CEO yuko hapa ndani. Maybe what can you advise this woman? Can you help? Maybe unaweza kusaidia chochote, unaweza kumwambia ende upande gani? Can they apply again maybe? Kama unaweza kupata hii nafasi katika KMTC na huyu mtoto aweze kutimiza ndoto yake ya kuwa nasi.
We must address this issue. First, it's good to really follow up on this case. And so I would encourage that parent to reach out
Okay.
to us, either through a nearby campus or just come to our offices. Secondly, we will be doing admission again for March intake.
Okay.
All right.
KMTC does 2 admissions per year.
All right.
So all is not lost.
All right.
She can still apply. She can still be considered.
So
All
for
right.
the match.
Yes.
Thank you very
All
much.
right.
Sir.
Kuna mwingine ameuliza swali tu hapa, anasema kwamba yeye alisomea form 4 Uganda. Anasema is it possible to train KMTC kama nimesomea form 4 Uganda?
Yes, it's possible. we now have an organization called Kenya National Qualifications Authority. This organization equates our grades to those of other countries. So what the person needs to do is to apply for an equation of their grades with Kenya National Qualifications Authority. Then Kenya National Qualifications Authority will advise us whether that student with the grades that they have gotten in Uganda are qualified to join KMTC.
Okay.
We will then address that issue.
All right.
Semsem issue kidogo, semsem issue dakika tu moja. Kwa mfano mtu amesomea college ya medical Tanzania. Ushaona, na ingelipenda maybe kufanya kazi katika hospitali za Kenya. What is the procedure?
Ina depending course gani amesoma.
Maybe amefanya clinical officer, amefanya nursing,
medicine.
Clinical medicine.
We have what we call Clinical Officers Council, COC.
Yes.
That if you study out of the country, or even if you study in the country, they determine whether you are fit to practice.
Okay.
So kama mtu amesomea Tanzania, anakuja and apply to COC for an examination that then will determine whether they are competent enough to practice locally.
Okay.
That could also include being given an opportunity, a 1-year opportunity for internship before they do another exam.
Okay.
That then now enables them, if they are qualified, then to practice.
Right. Scholarship programs for students on ambao jezi, do you have them? Maybe kwa wale student ambao wameperform vizuri na wangelipenda maybe kuingia katika KMTC, do you have scholarship programs?
We have student financing arrangements. KMTC receives money from Exchequer, close to 680 million every year to facilitate students through HELB. So when we receive this money, we declare opportunities for financing. So students then apply through HELB.
All right.
And then we disburse this money to HELB. HELB allocates the money, and students then, we recognize that, and then we are able to credit their fee payments. Now, that is an arrangement we have with HELB.
Okay. Right.
Secondly, we have other organizations that sponsor students in KMTC, like Ratansi. We also have Ministry of Health supporting certain cadres of students, like community health assistants, through financing of their training at KMTC, so that we promote primary health care.
Okay.
Yes.
All right. Asante sana Dr. Kelly Oloch, KMTC CEO. Asante kwa muda wako studioni leo. Tumechukua muda wako zaidi, tulikuwa tuwe na 1 hour lakini tumechukua muda zaidi kwa sababu ya demand ya maswali ni mengi, hata sijamaliza bado sasa hivi. Lakini natumai kwamba labda wakati mwingine tutakuwa na fursa nyingine tu ya kuongea na students na kadhalika. Na ikiwezekana pia utupatie kazi kama Radio 47 ya kuweza kutangaza KMTC jamani, ili hawa wanafunzi wote wenye maswali wajue wata-apply vipi, watakwenda kwenye campus gani na mambo kama yale, itakuwa ni vizuri zaidi. Lakini shukrani sana kwa muda wako leo studioni. Asante sana.
Thank you very much sir, and all the best katika career yako na vile vile pia katika shughuli zako.
Thank you so much.
We appreciate it. Gumzo msikilizaji 47, tunarudi na short while. This hour tuko na mahakama 47. Kwa hiyo unaweza kuanza kutuma ujumbe zako katika 24047.